This channel is for adults only. If you are not 18 years or older, turn off this channel now. So, that being said, I'll give everybody a few moments, and I'm going to show you what I've been working on. And I have been having fun. So, what have I been working on? I have been working on die cuts. Taking all my dies that I bought at Tuesday morning and making these beautiful pieces. That's actually shiny gold. I don't know if you can see it. Two kinds of tone-on-tone shiny gold. And I love... Oh, let me... Here. Hi, Cindy. I'm just showing what I've been working on. The light really doesn't do it justice. This is tone-on-tone gold. These are some of the dies that I got at Tuesday morning. I love this. It's so dainty and frilly, and they came out so beautiful. And let me move that up here. This is another one. I love this. I did it with the same paper. And believe it or not, this is actually not paper. You know what this is? Want to hazard to guess what it is? It's wallpaper samples. These are wallpaper samples. They're out of a wallpaper sample book that I got at the paint store that they were going to throw away. So I asked them if I could have it. And they die cut beautifully. This is one of my favorites. Right here. I love this. This is one of my absolute favorites. And these are some more. This is all cut from wallpaper. I don't know. Some of it might have the words on. I have to finish punching out the little holes, as you can see on that one. But I think they're beautiful dies. I love them. Oh, yeah, you can see on the back of this one. It's wallpaper. No, actually, I'm using my Big Shot and the metal dies that I got from Tuesday morning. And you know what's neat? When you put the dies in, I don't use my cutting plate. I took a self-healing cutting mat and cut it down to fit in my Big Shot. And I put the do not cut plate down. Then I put the die. Then I put wax paper. And then I put the self-healing cutting mat. And then another plastic plate and run it through. It keeps my plates, which is really nice. And you get these really pretty wax paper cutouts too. I mean, they cut out so pretty. So you can use the wax paper. There's a piece stuck on there. As well as use the piece you cut out as well. And I was doing a bunch of foil dies, or, cutting out foil dies. And I only had so many sheets of foil paper. So these are more. I have stacks of them. I just went on a binge of cutting. And I ran out of foil paper. These are the little bitty ones. See, the wax paper is still stuck to the front of it. But these are so cute, and they'd be great for little embellishments. And you got the wax paper embellishment, and you can color the wax paper any color you want. Hi, Addicted to Diving. I mean, look at this in that gold one, but this is it in wax paper. So you get the beautiful cutout and the emboss. I mean, it even embossed it on the wax paper. So this can be used. You can color it with your inks and use it as well. But I ran out of foil paper, so I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought some foil bags. So this is what I'm going to be cutting some more of my dies out in. I just cut off the bottom and cut it off into pieces. And I wanted, because the foil paper I had, this is actually from my daughter got a set of brushes for Christmas, makeup brushes, and there was that real pretty foil sheet in the back, and she went to throw the packaging away, and I saw that foil piece. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. It's heavier than cardstock. I said, we're not throwing that away. We're going to use it. So I used it to cut this, and I mean, it cut and embossed. Beautiful. I mean, this is absolutely my favorite piece. I mean, it is gorgeous. So I took all the foil out of the back of her packaging and kept it. And used it to use my dies. Well, this actually goes this way. But this was all packaging from her different things. Now, this is the foil paper that I got at the Dollar Tree. It's kind of, it's not as thick as cardstock, but it's thicker than some of the paper that you normally find. And you get like 12 sheets in the pack for $1. The only problem is they no longer have it on their website, so I can't order it anymore. I've got to wait till next year when they get some more in. But I mean, it came in various colors. And I'm not a huge purple fan, but this purple is gorgeous. And I love the little corner dies. And then I used some more wallpaper. This is plain gold to cut out flowers. This is all just plain gold wallpaper samples. So I have been having a blast. I have this whole bin full of die cuts. And my other favorite is this one. I absolutely love. I don't know if you can see it. Well, hold on. Let me move the basket and put it there. And you can see the roses. Isn't that gorgeous? These are going to look good in my journals and on my cards. Yeah, you can go to any paint store. Ask them if they have any old wallpaper books that they don't want, or any fabric books that they don't want, because they just throw them away after a year, and they get new ones. I love this. It came out so beautifully and so easy using the wax paper in between the die and the cutting mat. And I mean, it's just such a clean cut. And all I did was thunk it with my finger twice, and it knocked all the little pieces out. So I had a blast with these. And this is my other favorite die. Well, it goes this way. It's a teacup with a bird and flowers. And I can actually use this by cutting off this bottom part and cutting the top part and make some different elements out of that. You know, I'm not afraid to cut apart my die cuts. Oh, this is the roses in silver. I don't know if you can see it. But I'm gone to using gift bags because I can't find foil paper within a reasonable price. I mean, the foil paper it's thicker than copy paper. It's about, I'd say, 3 times the thickness of copy paper. But it's so nice. And these cut so beautifully. It goes that way. I had a blast just sitting there cutting and cutting and cutting. And like I said, I'm not a big purple fan, but I do like this purple foil. Yeah, I really haven't thought about going to buy try to buy it. I looked online and the prices were a little unbelievable, and I was like, no, I don't think so. Now this, they had the foil pack at Dollar Tree, and they also had the iridescent. I don't know if you can see that. But they had the iridescent papers, and I had bought a pack of each. And I think these are so neat because light hits it, changes designs. But it's so cool. It's so much fun. Oh, I have a iridescent one. I did this in an iridescent with the hydrofoil thing. And you know, you can also cut vinyl with your die. The Cricut vinyl, you can use that in your die with your die cuts. I love this. This is so pretty. But these will look nice on my cards. Here's some more iridescent. I got all these lovely wax paper images. I love this. This is kind of an orange. Kind of wild. And then they had the gold, which kind of cool. Gold iridescent. And then well, yeah, that's gold iridescent too. But I got all these wonderful, wonderful wax paper pieces too. So I was very careful to keep all of those. This is the purple iridescent. So I've been having fun. This is what I have been sitting and doing. Oh, this is another orange one. And I mean, I cut multiples of the same dies because these will be going on cards as, you know, kind of a accent piece. And then have another piece here, and then the sediment. And let's see what else I got in here. Oh, I got this one, but I have to finish punching out all of these little holes because it didn't exactly... Well, some of them come out when you thunk it. You gotta do a lot of thunking. Because this is really intricate, but I love this die. And this was done with that, a piece of cardstock out of the back of my daughter's packaging, piece of the packaging material. But I absolutely love this. So I'll be looking for more packaging material like that. And then I have to sit there with my pokey tool and poke out the rest of these little pieces. But this will look great on a pocket, I think. Yeah, don't wear out my funky finger. Yeah, a few pieces come out. But I have to finish poking that one out. Oh, and this is the peacock die. Oh, it goes this way. I was just going through and running my dies, all my dies through. Oh, I like this one too. Whoops. If I can get it untangled. The little swirlies, that's the hard part. The little swirlies in this, I did this in the iridescent. The little swirlies get tangled. I like this. This is done in the iridescent gold. But I think these will make nice accents on pages. I have to... Little, like, things like these little iridescent heart pieces, I'll keep those. But these came out nice. I love the dies. And I love sitting there. And I sit at night. Oh, look at this. This is one of the little dies. It's a boot. It's that Christmas boot. I actually used the gold one I cut out. I used it on an envelope to my mom. This is actually wax paper. So that's what I've been doing. I just thought I'd share that with you because somebody asked what I've been doing with my free time because I haven't been on much. And that's what I've been doing. Die cutting and die cutting and die cutting. But I got this big plastic bin from the Dollar Tree, and that's what I'm keeping all my die cuts in. And then I'll sort them out by design and put them in page protectors and then put them in a notebook. So I can just go to the notebook and pick what die cut I want to use. I can even pick these up. I'm so afraid I'll break them. But see, they do get tangled. That's why I'm going to have to go through and separate all of the die cuts by design and put them each in their own packaging, their own page protector, so that when I need one, I can just flip through. I want to do multiple colors and styles of the different designs. And then I can just go through the notebook and pick what I want to use, what color or whatever, for whatever card I'm making, and just go through and pick what I want. And they'll each be in their own individual little plastic piece to make it easier. But that's what I've been doing. I love the wallpaper. I picked, I got one of the books they gave me was called Brilliance. Libby, sorry. It was called Brilliance. That's what these gold come from. And it had a whole bunch of gold pieces and, gold and other colors mixed and stuff. So I took all of the gold pages out of there, and they're huge. The sheet is, wait a second. Hold on a second, and I'll get a sheet, and I'll tell you. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Oh. This is one of the sheets from there, from the wallpaper book. York Company, it gives you all the information for people who want to order wallpaper. But this is the sheet is one page is equal to 4 12 by 12s sheets of paper together. And I mean, the book had all kinds. Hold on. Here's a few more of the designs out of there. I mean, the paper is beautiful. The gold just shines. And you get mixed colors. Like, that's all gold. I love that. Kind of gradient. I like that because each of those squares can be used on a card by itself. Which is nice. I just have to cut it down. But each of the pages was the equivalent of 4 12 by 12 pages stuck in a square. So they are huge. Yeah, these I think are high dollar samples. But they were going to throw the book away. And I go over about once a year and ask them if they have any wallpaper books they're getting rid of. I never know what I'm going to get, but I can always find some pages in every single book that I can use in journaling or in the card making or whatever, which is really awesome. And I've got one that's even got texture. It looks like it was somebody used texture paste on it. So it's pretty cool. I still got about 8 books downstairs to go through and pick out the pages I want to keep. Not all books are huge. Some are smaller. But they've always been great for giving me the large books. And, I mean, I love this. I would love to get another Brilliance book like this so I can take all the gold and silver. It had gold and silver and copper and bronze in it, and I've used all the other pages, but I kept these. And you see Libby's trying to help here. She's holding the pages for me. You hold my hand? Hey, you gonna hold my hand? Are you gonna sit there and stare at me? Thank you. Oh, I got a paw. Thank you. She's a good girl. Hey, say hello. Cindy says hi. But yeah, that's what I've been using. Wallpaper samples. There she is. Hey, hey, smile. She's tired. She got up early. She gets up at 5:30 with me every morning. If I get up and go to the bathroom, she gets up and goes and sits in the hallway right at the door. She's 6 now. She turned 6 on January 17th. We share her birthday. So she just turned 6. Yeah, she's in her going on. She's at 3.5 years working for me. Hi, Claire. But yeah, go to your local paint store. Ask them if they have. Yes, I get up at 5:30 because I have to pick up my son at 7. So I get up early so I can drink at least half a pot of coffee before I go anywhere. But yeah, go to your local paint store. Ask them if they have any old wallpaper books they're going to throw away. They'll happily give them to you just to get rid of them, and they don't charge you anything. They give them away free. So I get tons and tons of wallpaper. I got fabric samples and wallpaper samples, and it's really great because you can use these when you're making journals or cards, and as you see, they die cut beautifully. I mean, I absolutely, like I said, this is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite of the die cuts. Followed close by the other ones. But they cut beautifully, and you can do so much with it, and they're so much stronger, and they do not tear like paper would when you try to get them out of a die, or, I mean, like this one here with the tiny little intricate, these are very thin little pieces around the side, and it does not tear at all when you're pulling it out of the die, which is really great. I mean, wallpaper is really, this is really thick. It's like a vinyl wallpaper. And it's got like a paper backing, so it glues beautifully. You can use your glue, you can use your double-sided tape, your score tape. And yeah, I like the pearl one too. But I mean, I've used these in my journals and on cards for the last 5-6 years now. No, these do not have any of the paste on the back. So, I mean, they're nice and smooth paper backing. It's got a nice vinyl front. It's, I'd say, probably twice the thickness of your common cardstock. But they cut beautifully. Even the little tiny intricate little lines. And if you use the wax paper, yeah, you can use any glue you want on them. If you use the wax paper in between the die and any of your papers, or the wallpaper, anything you use, as long as you got that wax paper in there, it will cut beautifully. I mean, nice clean cuts. You can thunk most of them, and yeah, these are nice and thick. You can't simply just sit there and tear them very easily with your hands. I like this vinyl-like feel to them. But it gives, they all have texture, so it gives a real nice feel on the cards and that textured look. So, but that's what I have been doing and having a blast with trying to cut all kinds of different things. I did get a sheet of thin veneer that you could, that Cricut makes for the Cricut Maker. And I'm going to try running a couple of my dies through with the thin veneer. Hi, Belinda. And see how that works. Because I'm not quite sure how it would work, but I'm going to give it a shot. And I like these. These are good for sediments. As you can see, you can still, I still have to knock all the, I just got into a cutting binge. And I went through and cut and didn't bother stopping to knock all the little pieces out. But you thunk it and the little pieces come out. But this would make a cute little background for a sentiment. You know, like a thank you or get well soon. And it'll make a nice addition piece in the middle of the cards. And it's pretty tough, so it can take a good beating without tearing. Even with the little intricate pieces, it's still pretty tough. It does not tear easy. The purple one. Hold on. All right, let me get into the bin here. The purple one. This purple one or the iridescent? This one. Man, can you imagine if you were high sitting and staring at this stuff? Yeah, I love the blue colors. Look, let me move the wax paper pieces. I love the blue foil. I have some blue iridescent, like the purple one. I haven't cut yet. And this is just the plain silver. Hey, I went from taking, let's see, I used to get 180 medicines every month, just for the month, down to one. I take one. That's it. And only as needed. I use natural remedies now. I like the green too. The green's kind of pretty, and it's textured. This was already textured wallpaper. Yeah, instead of taking pain meds, I drink wild lettuce tea for pain. I use natural remedies now instead of taking all that stuff. If you get a headache, turn on the tap water, the hot tap water, and rub your hands briskly underneath the hot tap water until you can't stand the heat for a couple of minutes, and it will take away your headache after a couple of minutes. Wild lettuce tea. I get it at Clover's, which is a natural food store we have here. 4 ounces in the morning and 4 in the evening. And my doctor's okay with it. She even wrote it in my VA records. It's a natural painkiller. If you're out and about and you get a headache, find a willow tree and cut a little piece of the tip off and peel the bark off of it. And chew on that meat that's on the inside for a couple of minutes. Spit it out, your headache will be gone. It also works on toothaches, pain in the knees, etc., etc. Natural remedies. No, wild lettuce is not dandelion. That's a whole different plant. Wild lettuce does not have a flower. It kind of looks like a. It reminds me of coral reefs. It's white and it's light green with mostly white on it, and it kind of looks like coral growing out of the ground. Wild lettuce is a whole different plant. Um, it does put a cool rag on the back of your neck, and then rub your hands under brisk water, briskly under hot water for a couple of minutes. It's worked for me beautifully. And if you get hiccups, try to name 10 bald people. Before you get to 10, your hiccups will be gone. It actually works. Yeah, wild lettuce. Rabbits love wild lettuce. Rabbits adore wild lettuce. Libby does not like wild lettuce. This is Libby. She's laying here sleeping. She's like, Mom, you're boring me. Yeah, I used to take meds for migraines, but not anymore. I take a naproxen once in a great while, only as needed. Other than that, I use strictly natural remedies. But to go from 180 medicines a month down to one once in a while is pretty good. And I honestly think that's what was keeping me in the wheelchair. Because the more I drop off the medicines, the better I feel. No, I'm not worried about coronavirus. Um, they're treating it. They found they can cure it with HIV meds, mainly because coronavirus was weaponized with HIV components in it. I posted all that on my Facebook page. And so I'm not worried about it. And if you look at any of the old cans of Lysol spray, look at what it's supposed to kill. You'll see the word coronavirus on there. Believe it. That's awesome, Claire. My email is krolhj59 at gmail.com. Natural liver disease. Natural from. You use natural liver disease. Uh, Lysol. Look at the a can of Lysol spray. Read what it kills on the back. It's listed right there. Coronavirus. But the coronavirus that's over in China, they were trying to weaponize as a weapon of mass destruction. And they injected HIV components, two HIV components into it. And then it got out of the lab. Typical of anything. But here in the US, they found treating it with HIV, some HIV meds will cure people. Yeah, I did. I posted all of that. It's pretty interesting. krolhj59 at gmail.com. So, well, I'm going to let y'all go for now, and I'm going to go die cut all of these papers, which I think are beautiful, and they will make some gorgeous die cuts. I'm going to have fun with these. Oh, I know it was intentional. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Claire, you're right. It was very intentional. Yes, Cindy, that's correct. So, I'm going to go cut these big sheets down so that I can get them in my Big Shot machine. And then I'm going to do some more die cutting with some more of my dies. I pulled a whole stack of dies. I've got a whole basket like this, big basket, like this one, full of dies that I'm going to cut this out of this wallpaper. So, and I've got about 75 different gold sheets and designs. Though I think this one here, I think I'm just going to cut these squares out as is and leave these as is. Backgrounds on cards just as they are. If you go on the Cham-boards, I'll send you the link privately later, Claire, to the Cham-boards. We did a whole research. Well, I can send you the link. I can post the link on my Facebook page. They did a whole research fund on coronavirus. A whole research board. Yeah, I know. Facebook's trying to hide the truth. But, you know, what do you expect from those people? I still think Mike Zuckerberg or whatever is Mark Zuckerberg. I still think he's an artificial intelligence robot. I don't think he's real. Because if you look when he testified before Congress, the guy sitting right behind him to his right, every facial expression, every head move he did, Mark did just seconds later. Exactly. And he never turned around and looked at the guy. It's really bizarre. Yeah, if you go on Twitter, you'll see they've been posting videos from China showing where they're welding the doors shut of people's homes and businesses. But I think it was created to try to stop all the protests going on in China because they were protesting the communist regime. And I think coronavirus was created like that in order to keep the protesters home. So I'm going to let you all go for now, and I'm going to go get me some coffee and go back to die cutting. Y'all take care. I love you guys. Peace out.